What up, my wolf pack? It's your good boy, Pitch Black Wolf. Just getting those jaws ready for today's course. Bring the floss, because this one may get stuck in your teeth. On another episode of Chew on This. Alright, what if our intelligence is more than just our brain? I know. I hear you loud and clear. Joshua, the brain is what operates the entirety of our bodies, let alone all cognitive function. Now, I'm not saying it's not a huge contribution to what our bodies can do. We can live, breathe, and think because of it. I'm merely proposing a theory that there's more to us than our brain. In the limbic system, while there may be a place where it analyzes and processes emotion, we have yet to determine where the origin of emotions derive from. These feelings and energies that work to construct my brain. Is this perhaps the possibility of a soul? Or is this simply another component we have yet to discover? Suppose this energy is indeed the soul. What would happen if any part of our brain was affected? We would likely be impaired in some way. The damaged brain wouldn't allow us to function. But we have to realize that this is also limited to a bodily function. With soul theory, we are talking about something outside of the physical that cannot be observed. The problem with digging up this conundrum is that energy is immaterial. And if we want hard, cold, factual evidence, we're out of luck there. We can only imagine at this point. If there is a soul factor involved, then perhaps the brain is not our core. It's our computer. Wrinkles in the brain work to create our memories. But what wrinkles the brain? For every terminal, there needs to be a user. Maybe the soul is the user of the brain, the weight that gives off the footprint of thought. The pen to the pad, if you will. Something did work to make the brain and all its machinery. That in and of itself is a form of intelligence. But if the soul theory does hold weight, when was it that the energy that made me, the soul, implanted itself? One could say I am simply genetic code resulting from my parents, and that the intelligence and personality was just passed on. But that code still had a beginning. Just for the sake of argument, let's suppose the singularity theory was just another way of looking at God and evolution. We developed into our intelligence, true, but the potential of intellect was always there. That would also suggest that the origin of all held that intelligence, or that at the very least, the potential to it. So is that where my soul originated? Far beyond my birth? At the advent of mankind itself? Like genetics, is my soul simply a descendant of the origin? Is that what we all are? Pieces of the soul that once was. In the Bible, I find this probability is encouraged. When Adam and Eve, the origin of us, sinned, they and their descendants were banned from their paradise on earth. I used to get so mad at that. I didn't do anything wrong. Why do I have to pay for their mistakes? Unless they still are our mistakes. Unless I am simply a piece of Adam and Eve. Would I have even been created? Had they not sinned? The command to multiply only happened after their ban from the Garden of Eden. This may be why God always wants us to work in fellowship, because our souls are truly each other's. Were we meant to be one? what does this mean when I leave my flesh and bone behind? Will the energy that gave me the ability for self-identity remain the same? Or return to the whole? Is that how God intended us to be one soul? Well, two, Adam and Eve. Is that what heaven truly is? We leave our bodies, thus our pain and worldly torment behind. And as a collective soul, we have no wars, nor discrimination. An eternity of harmony and wholeness. Is that what Jesus meant when he told the man on the cross with him that you shall surely join me in paradise? Was he being literal? All I can say, Wolfpack, is that this theory supports the singularity and still gives us hope there's more awaiting us when we leave the mortal coil. The question remains, what would become of us? Our individuality? Was there purpose behind it? What are your thoughts? Let them rip on the comment spots. You can also hit me up on Twitter at PitchBlackWolf and hashtag #ChewOnThis. Well, this has been more than a mouthful to swallow, so I hope you enjoy the taste. Thanks for joining in today. If you appreciated what I brought to the table, go ahead and bite that like and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Run with you all again real soon. Pitch Black Wolf!